What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, thank you for clicking on this video. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I'm just a chill dad who loves tech and wants to share my thoughts and experiences on different types of products that I purchase for myself. So if you enjoy tech reviews, please consider subscribing and tapping that notification bell. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing a video doorbell. Last month, I did a review on a similar product which was a little bit cheaper. If you do want to watch that video, you can click up above or find the link in the description below. So the Nooie video doorbell is $149.99, but I have seen some coupons for $20 or $30 off. And it's rated with 4.5 stars on Amazon. So this company has other products like a baby monitor and other security cameras, and they overall have pretty decent reviews, so I wanted to check it out and see what they had to offer. When I first got the box, I was pretty impressed by the presentation and the way they laid everything out. In the box, you'll get the Nooie Cam doorbell, the base station with Chime, a 10,000 milliamp rechargeable lithium battery. That's what they state on the box and specs, and we'll talk a little bit more about the battery later. A Type-C charging cable, a network cable, two mounting brackets, one flat and another for a 15-degree angle, screws, anchors, instructions and stickers, and a security pin to unlock the device from the mounting bracket. I also like how they printed off all of these specs on the back of the box. I'm not going to read through the entire spec list, but the main features of this doorbell is a 2K resolution camera, which is supposed to provide you with a perfectly clear view and detail of the image. Supports local storage with a micro SD card slot up to 128 gigabytes. Advanced human detection using a passive IR. It's also IP66 weather resistant, supports both Wi-Fi 2.4, 5 gigahertz, and an Ethernet connection. Two-way audio and quick responses. It can also integrate with Google Home or Alexa. I'm a fan of the design and look of this doorbell, and I think it looks really nice and it matches perfectly with the outside trim of my home. It's made entirely out of a hard plastic and has a shiny faceplate covering up these sensors and camera. It would be nice if they offered some other colors for homes that have a different color scheme. Unfortunately, the setup was a complete nightmare and it took almost 2 hours to get everything connected. First, the doorbell is advertised to support both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. I could not get 5 gigahertz to connect no matter what I did. It only worked on 2.4. I had to go through the setup process multiple times and reset it over and over again in order for it to finally get connected. It was not fun one bit, and I was completely turned off by the setup process. I also tested the doorbell using the Ethernet cable, which was a much easier setup than Wi-Fi. Even if you set up the base chime station with a network cable, it still needs to be within a close proximity of the doorbell. Installing the bracket and doorbell was quick and easy. I was able to mount and install it within 10 minutes. This doorbell is completely battery operated and cannot be connected using existing doorbell wiring. Alright, so we're going to test the doorbell. Sorry, there's a huge glare going on in my eye right now. Now we're just going to test the delay of the doorbell when it's sending notification to my phone. So we're just going to walk up to it, see if it sends the notification that it's detected me as a human, and then we're going to press the doorbell button and see what that time frame looks like. Alright, here we go. Alrighty, there is the doorbell. Let's see, I'm sorry for the glare. It's pretty bright outside. Let's see if it shows up here. And there it goes. It's saying human detection. Looks like it took about 10-15 seconds, so it is working correctly. So now we're gonna press the doorbell button and see how quickly it shows up on the phone. There it is. Doorbell rang. So the human detection is working and the delay is pretty minimal. I'm going to send my test subject outside and see how everything is functioning here on the phone.
Someone is at the front door.
We're going to open up the app. Go back more, I can't see your face. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can you step to the side a little bit and step back? Okay, come back now to the camera.
All right, say something else again.
Hi.
You're covering the whole camera. Will you stop? So everything does seem like it's working, but there is a little bit of a delay. I can tell, I can hear the audio from the doorbell by me talking. And when he moves around too fast, you can see it's a little bit of a lag behind it, but I can hear him, he can hear me, so it does function as it's supposed to. The video quality of the 2K camera is really good, and I think it does live up to the expectations. And you can easily see things all the way across the street. The audio quality is okay. You can hear each other on both ends without any issues. Also, the night vision seems to work just fine. The battery life is somewhat decent. I've had it installed for about 4 weeks now, and I have about 14% battery life. Now, the battery life on these doorbells is always going to be dependent on the weather, the usage, and the settings you choose. I can confirm that this battery will last a minimum of 1 month on a single charge. Now, with the integration, you'll be able to get all the announcements on your Echo devices whenever somebody pushes the doorbell. You will be able to see a live feed if you have a Fire TV device or the Echo shows. Unfortunately, you'll only be able to view the live feed and hear the audio coming from the doorbell. You'll have to use the Nooie app in order to talk to anybody at the doorbell. So this is the Nooie app, which is fairly straightforward. You have 3 buttons here on the bottom. One is the camera functionality, home, and then account information. Here under account, you'll be able to go into your account and change your password or enable 2-factor authentication. In inbox, you'll be able to view different messages coming from your doorbell, and you'll be able to view all your notifications and events that happen on the doorbell. In Nooie Cloud, you'll be able to subscribe to their service, allowing you to record all your recordings on the cloud. You'll have a little battery indicator that'll change colors depending on the battery life. You can see it says fair, and that's the connection it has with the base Chime station. Now, if we click on it, this is where you'll be able to go into the live view. You actually have to tap on that button before you can see it. And there you are. It does take a few seconds, but it does pop up. Now, the first button here actually allows you to record whatever's happening right now on the doorbell, and you can quickly stop it again. And you can take a snapshot here with this button. This button will sound an alarm. Now, this is the mic button. You have to press that in order to talk to anybody on the other side of the doorbell. And on this button, you can shut off the sound coming from the doorbell. And if we tap down here, we can go into playback and view all of the recorded events. Now, you can scroll and see all the events for the given day that you have selected up here. Now, I have noticed when you're trying to view an event here and you want to fast forward a little bit. So if I try to fast forward here halfway, it does take a little bit of time for it to catch up and actually play the video file. You can press this button and click on any day you want. There's really no month view or a really easy way to break down all your recorded events. Now, if you wanted to go into that recording and actually save it to your phone or take a snapshot, you have to press on the screen and then this little corner button here. Once you tap on the screen, you'll get those similar buttons that you do on the live feed. You can take a snapshot here, and then this is how you actually save this file to your phone. It kind of re-records it. There's no dedicated download button, so it actually records what you're viewing. To me, it's a little clunky the way they have the playback, and I feel like it could definitely use some improvements. In order to go to the doorbell settings, you have to press on this little top right button. Under general, this is going to give you all your information about the doorbell, and you'll be able to run the firmware updates from here. Here under audio and video, you'll be able to adjust the sound, chime, and volume, and quick responses. There's very few video settings. You can turn night vision to auto or off, and anti-flicker to 50 or 60 hertz. Under PIR motion detection, this is using that passive infrared. You can adjust the sensitivity levels and even set it to a schedule to only run at certain times of the day. And here is that human shape algorithm, which is going to try to detect only humans. Detection zone, so you can set a specific zone where you only want to record motion. An anti-theft alarm, and within sharing you can add more users. Within storage you can see the SD card space, and if you had a cloud subscription service it would show up here. The Nooie app works, it does its job, but it's nothing spectacular. Now let's talk about some of the biggest problems I had with this doorbell. Every single day the doorbell would disconnect from the base station. I would have to unplug the base station and plug it back in order for it to reconnect. Besides it being annoying to have to do that, what's more concerning is I don't even know when the doorbell is disconnected. And the only way for me to tell is when I go in the app and try to go to live view and it tells me it's disconnected. I've missed people ringing the doorbell and had no idea there was somebody at my front door. So that's really frustrating and concerning if the doorbell is not even working half the time. Of course, I opened a ticket with the support team, letting them know all the problems I faced. Their response was pretty generic, and it looks like they just copy and pasted the instructions right into the email. So the customer service and support is definitely lacking. Another thing I'm really not happy about is how they're misadvertising this product. They stated it supports 5 GHz, which is completely false. Their spec states it has a 10,000 milliamp battery, but it actually has a 9700 milliamp battery. That's a big no-no in the tech world, and you should never state specs that are not true. We will call you out on it, so Nooie, fix your specs. One other thing they need to improve on is the recording. There is a delay by the time it detects somebody and starts recording. You'll usually get a recording after a few seconds when it does detect a person. If something is moving too fast or there's a short few moments, you might miss it in the recording. So there's really no specific recording settings allowing you to adjust the time frame that it records. There's times when it'll record up to 30 seconds or 15 seconds or 40 seconds. There's really no way to tell how long it's recording or to adjust it. In my experience, I cannot recommend this doorbell. I'm not even sure how it has 4.5 stars on Amazon. Who knows, maybe I got a bad unit. Either way, I don't feel confident in this doorbell because of the lack of support and so many issues right out the box. If they were able to fix the constant disconnection issues and improve the app, I think it could be a pretty good competitor. So if you are interested in learning more about this doorbell, I'll drop the link in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to smash that like button if you did. I'm out of here, and I will see you next time.